call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powell with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now, when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence. because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground, he's got it again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Grabbed in the middle. It's Markway. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. The give to Davis. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Davis. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Huskers need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Handoff from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. More to the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride Davis here. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore will throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Valentine. Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's it, fly. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. To give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the back. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Makes the grab. Fighting off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going. Way to get all the facets rolled. The defense right now on their heels. They have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, and if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Hill. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Moore to the air. That's reeled in. It's Coleman. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Green. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. The RPO, it's complete. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Ducks are flying down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back on the option, the give. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone as he's run out of bounds at the 7. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After another clutch third down conversion, it's first and goal. Snagged out of the air. Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Well, fellas, the sun has set on the battle for the Sunshine State, and we have a winner between Florida and Florida State. Florida State may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from Doak Campbell Stadium every time. The Noles have been racking up road wins since the Bobby Bowden days, and they get another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. With the catch, it's Markway. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Barney. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
He's brought down at the 38-yard line. Brings up second down.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on second down. Red pass is complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They think there's room to run to the right here. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Moore will throw. Here's the pressure. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Pocket breaking down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Running back searching for a hole. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. The give to Davis. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
And the Huskers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Rayola. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man. It's Barney. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down.
Well, that time on third and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up fourth.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Slithers into space. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. Makes it past the marker. There he goes. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
To throw, it's Raiola. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
21, Nebraska, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. Leaves it with the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Moore to the air. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And the comeback is on.
22 with the carry.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Utah delivered a masterpiece performance today and gave notice to the rest of college football. This is a team that can win anywhere, anyway against just about any opponent. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. The run from the shotgun. Across the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. They're going to ride this running back. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back and leaves it. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now. With a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
A first down run in the red zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Raiola. They're setting up the screen. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Oregon. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Huskers are threatening in the red zone. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it all right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Cornhuskers will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Offensively, I love balance. I love when I get some big gains on the ground. Now taking shots down the field, but I got to protect my QB. They did not keep him upright. He had a chance to make a play, especially after the big run play the play before. The defense was playing the run. QB couldn't get it done.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got his man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Raiola. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
It is good. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The battle for L.A. has wrapped up as we've got a winner between USC and UCLA. UCLA was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bruins performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore will throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, and listen, that dude is a dude. I get it. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and I want to find ways to get him the football, but maybe not force feed him in that situation when he's got two guys on.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he dropped dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the pass, so I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Rush is on him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. Spins away from the defender. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Valentine. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll do it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to beat him to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Trying to pick up a first down.
42 Spider.
More to the air. Close to the marker, it's Coleman. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Finds his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Ducks are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. From the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 10 over Oregon State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Flips it out on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Third down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out and get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. Fourth down now upcoming.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Leaves it with the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Cornhuskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Here's a throw downfield late. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. This time of year, when you're the higher-ranked team, you're getting everybody's best shot. And guys, they answer the bell.
There are head coaches in this sport that say nameless, faceless opponents. You got to be able to show up. You got to be able to bring your best game to the park, regardless of who you're playing. A lot of eyes on this one, David, because of the rankings. But, man, they were easily the better team today.
Well, and I get that nameless, faceless, but when you play a ranked team, it gets your blood going a little bit. And you could tell they were ready to make a statement. Played a good squad. They made them look like they weren't a good squad, proving why they're ranked so high.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement.